If you're planning to visit Japan, you've got some interesting options when it comes to your hotel stay.
Let's talk about that.
I'm Nick, and this is Rhett and Link. Good Mythical Morning.
Good Mythical Morning!
This episode is brought to you by royaltyfreemusiclibrary.com, where you can get the tracks you need to back yourself in videos that you makes like we do. That's our source, people.
Or you could just use it just as easy listening.
You could do that as well. Thanks for joining us today.
On your Walkman.
Good Mythical Morning. Even if it's not the morning, it's indeed mythical because you're watching it at that time.
So, Link, I see that you've got a couple of things pulled up on your computer over there.
That's right. Now, both of these stories that we're going to talk about are related to hotels, and they're related to Japan. Now,
I like hotels. I like Japan, so this is going to be fun for me.
I know. If their hotels are anything like their game shows, then we need to visit. Have you been to Japan? Let us know in the comments.
And their manga, which I used to call manga until last week.
In Kyoto, Japan, there is a brand spanking new hotel called the 9 Hour Hotel. Now, I know you read about this.
I've heard of it.
You can fill in the blanks if I miss any of the details here. But basically, the premise is all you need to do is take a shower and then sleep for 9 hours and then get out of here.
No, I think it's 9 hours total time. You don't sleep for 9 hours.
Take a shower and then sleep for like 8 hours. So then you've got like...
And then get up and get ready, whatever. 9 hour total rejuvenation time.
Kyoto, Japan, it's guest check-in, shower, sleep in a pod, refresh, and then leave, presumably all within 9 hours. Let's show you some pictures here. Here's the process for this 9 Hour Hotel. First, leave your shoes in the shoebox, fill out the check-in card, get your locker key and sleep pod number. Then take the elevators to the locker room floor. Next, store your belongings in your locker and slip into 9H wear.
So first of all, at this point, it's a lot like a water park. You know, you go to the water park and you're like, I gotta have a locker.
Yeah. Well, it's very much like a fitness gym membership, except instead of working out, you just sleep.
Yeah.
In a pod.
This
then
is where it gets interesting.
Then you slide into your sleep pod for a rest. Then after you are gently awakened by your pod, go back to the showers and locker room and revive yourself.
What is it? Does it go, psst, psst, hey,
I think it...
I don't mean to disturb you, but psst, 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 you need to wake up. In Japanese.
It doesn't say exactly what it does, but I would like to think that it shakes you.
Psst. You could probably
like
request. You could probably request it. I would request the. Psst, psst. Hey, Rhett. Time to get up. That's how my mom used to wake me up.
Really?
Actually, she would say, "Rhett, your waffles are ready."
Wow. And she had quite an imposing voice.
She was a man. My mom was a man.
Lastly, breaking news here. Rhett's mom was a man. Lastly, return your locker room key to the front desk and be on your way. Now, I love the very sterile, clean nature of this place. Yep. I mean, it looks like a very clean locker room type scenario. And then you go to these pods, and this is like something straight out of science fiction. I'm into this. If I go to Japan, and I do aspire to do that, I am going to look up this 9 Hour Hotel. I like the idea of just getting precisely what I need from a hotel, which is rejuvenation, sleep.
You are a slave to your own efficiency. And that's okay. That makes you're a very efficient person. That's why you were an industrial engineering major. So the efficiency of this system...
I'll take that as a backhanded compliment.
...appeals to you. Now me, I know that this is just a ploy to get me to sleep in a locker room water park / morgue. You know?
It doesn't look like a morgue. They're taking you out.
Listen, there was a guy out there some time ago, a hotel kind of guy who makes hotels, and he had a day where he went to the water park, and then one of his friends got killed, and he had to go to the morgue, and he put those two together in his mind, and he said, you know what? Let's do a thing where there's lockers, and then they sleep inside one of those little bins they have at the morgue.
Well, the disturbing thing is it kind of looks like an oven. You know, it's like you're getting in an oven, you know?
Is there a TV in there? Because that makes a difference for me.
I mean, that's a good point, because the main thing I aspire to when I go to a hotel,
Cable.
It's watching television.
Yeah.
You know, laying on the bed and doop, watching the television.
Or the menu. Now, they all have the menu now, you know?
Yeah, I don't think this has a menu or even a television. I think it's just about getting in the pod and just I think they bake you a little bit.
Where do you eat room service?
That's not part of it.
Does a hand come out?
No, none of that is part of it.
Your pizza's here.
You shower and you sleep, and then you get out. Now, as long as there's value associated with that, if it's cheaper because I'm not getting a television or I'm not getting room service or I'm not getting a view.
Well, it's 4,800 yen, and last time I did the conversion in my head, it came out to about $60.
That's pretty good. I think that's a good price for just the sleeping portion of a nice hotel room.
Yeah.
And to have an experience to say you did it.
It's kind of like a Motel 6 around here.
Do not let them put a tag on your toe, though.
Yeah.
That is bad.
You know what? That's what this is. You wake up in the morning and you're missing a kidney.
Now, there's another place in Japan. Where is this one? This one's in Osaka. And it is a public restroom that they have turned into a full-blown hotel room. And it's still an operating public restroom.
Now, let's preface this with the fact that this is a contemporary Japanese artist who's created this installation. However, it is a functioning business at this point.
You pay like $125, you go into the public restroom, and then your room is within there. Let's look at these pictures here. Now, this looks nice so far.
Yeah, okay, I can do that.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Dramatic lighting.
Nice lamp.
Got a bed. It looks like there's a window out to something. Mm-hmm. And then, okay, there's the entrance. You can see that's the entrance to like public restroom, men and women. And then you're like, oh my goodness, this is not a posh public restroom.
It's like the state fair.
Yeah, this is like low. This is like public
It's
restroom.
like a hockey game.
Well, and where this picture is taken, this is the point where you make a decision if you're a man or a woman, if you go to the right or left. And the thing that I notice is that the women can see the men using the urinals to the left.
Well, that's how they know that they shouldn't go that way. Whoa, I'm not going that way. I'm going right.
I also don't want to look that way. But it's interesting that there's still a map right there.
Yeah, well, you need a map.
I think at this point, you don't need a map to know which way to go. Where the men are peeing in a urinal, that's the men's side, Hint. And I think this is the private bathroom for the hotel room. You get your own bathroom.
It's a squatty potty.
You don't have to go to the public part. And you see where those dots are, that's where your feet go, and then you just squat down, which I'm told is the most natural way to do your duty.
Expel?
Yeah, it's in a total squatting position.
I think it helps with hemorrhoids.
I think you added one too many syllables to that word.
Hemorrhoids?
But don't say it again. It's just not the type of word that I want you to say many times.
Hemorrhoids?
Stop. Just stop talking about it. Now, I would not... frequent this establishment because it's in a public restroom. They do say that running water helps put you to sleep, but that ain't running water, people. That's a different sound.
Well, it's intermittent too, especially if you have a prostate issue.
Okay, so I wouldn't stay there. I would definitely stay in the pod. You let us know what you think in the comments. We have stayed in one weird hotel, not as weird as these. But
Well, we haven't been to Japan, so we haven't stayed in any Japanese weird hotels. But we did go to New York a couple of years ago, and we were put
the
up,
city, not just the state.
yeah, into a really nice hotel that was kind of like you had to go down this alley, and then you came in this door, and it was like really dark.
It was
I couldn't
very-
tell where the desk was.
Right, it was very hipster. IFC put us up there because we were doing promotion for Commercial Kings.
Yeah.
And so it was a very hipster, cool hotel. And I remember going up to my room and opened the door, and it was like very sparse. But right in the middle of the floor at the foot of the bed, there is a stand with an acoustic guitar on it. I'm like, somebody left their guitar. And then I realized, no, they have given me a guitar to play.
You're in the guitar room.
In my room.
You have a guitar-themed room.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, I couldn't find the help desk. Like, I couldn't find where I was supposed to check in. Secondly, once I did, a woman said, "Follow me." And it was just this one woman who escorted me all the way up to my room. I was like,
No, I was with you too, remember? What? Wasn't I?
No, because I had a room and you had a room.
Oh, that's right.
And I was like, did she do this with everybody? Or is it just something about me? And so then I'm getting a little uncomfortable. And then she lets me in the room, and there's no guitar in my room. I don't realize that until I go to your room, and I'm like, well, where's my guitar?
It's in my room. Maybe I had your
nothing.
guitar. Did she go in your room?
She like walked in and was like, here's the bed, here's the bat. I'm like, yeah, I've been in a hotel room before.
It's like, okay, lady.
Are you going to leave?
And what did she say?
No, I didn't say that. She just said, enjoy your stay, and then she left. I don't know what was going on there. That didn't happen to you? Surely she did the same thing with you?
I seem to recall that she walked us both up, and then she went in your room or something. I don't know, man.
I think she does that with all the guests. She takes them in the room and shows them around. It was kind of weird, but it wasn't a pod.
Rhett loses his mind. Hey, Rhett, how's your mind doing?
48.
What?
Kansas! Kansas can do it!
What? Wait, it's not even March. What are you talking about? Like,
hold on. Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Do you
basketball?
Do you feel that? Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Do you feel that?
What?
Do you
Are you
hear it?
talking to
I'm
me?
feeling and hearing
You're
it at the
looking
same
over
time.
there.
No, I'm talking to George! George, move! Duck! Goose!
Duck!
Goose!
Goose duck!
What is that?